makes me want. I gotta pee, but I'm holding it in because I like what I see. Good night, queens. I gotta finish up my homework because then I'm gonna go ahead and hit some ganja burns and take my butt to sleep because I gotta wake up early tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. Ooh. I have a doctor's appointment early morning. Then I got class right after. He said we're not gonna have a quiz till Monday, so yeah. Doctor's appointment. Let's see what's going on with Moosey. Quit trying to go live with me. I just got on. Hey, sister. Why do I always know when you're going to go live? Are we connected? Yes, queen. We're twins. We're twins. All right, y'all. I only got these questions. I promise y'all they really easy. Like this section is just putting numbers and plugging in and shit. So we should be done in about, I got 15 questions left. If for these next 5 questions, it take me more than 20 minutes, I'm going to do the rest of the morning. I liked when I woke up and did the rest of the morning anyways, but it shouldn't because this is just easy. Ooh. This is honestly just kind of easy. Once you get the hang of it, queens. I need a daddy, that's what it better be. That's what it better be. Now we got, see, it's getting easier. I'm almost done already. Queens, I'm already almost done. Divide by X. Oh, shit. These legs be kind of weak, honey. I need a girl. I need a girl. I need a girl. I need a quiz to hurry up so I can know if I'm really using my homework right, honey. I can't wait to get tipsy out my body. It's going to be a long fucking time. A long damn night, I tell you that. I will tell you the hell that 1 over x to the third. Hello, America. Damn it. Sisters, I might gotta wake up and do this because this one, I'm a little bit confused. This one is kind of, I think I got this right in my head, but, oh no, I didn't actually. I did not actually. I didn't. Okay, so how did they get 2? How did they get -2? All right, I'm gonna have to do this in the morning, maybe. Oh, because the square root of 4 is 2. Okay, you got me there. Did they? But it's an x cubed right there. Let's see. What do we have here, queens? I think I know how they got it. I'm just confused on why wouldn't that be infinity? Okay, Queen, so I think I got it. 0 plus 2 over -1 equals -2. All right, Queens. We're getting somewhere. I'm finna be so zooted out my body, y'all. It don't make no damn sense. It doesn't make any sense. What's really going on? And my professor kind of cute, ain't he? He's kind of cute. All right. What y'all in here yapping about? Nothing much. Hey, babes. Bro, I have to do quadratic formula. Girl, that's the least of your problems, babes. All you got to do, learn how to factor it. Do you know the X method? That's the easiest way. I know how to factor the shits. Okay, quit distracting me, bitches, if I get mad. I'm going to get mad. 2x5 minus x. x4 plus 3. x4, 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 x4. X approaches negative infinity. Is that just 2x? I think that's just 2x. Two x minus 1 over x cubed over 1 plus 3 over x. Okay. Let's see if I got this right. Limit of 2x. Yeah, I might have to do this in the morning, Queens. I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say 2 minus 0 over. Plus 0 equals 2. If I got this wrong, I'm not finishing it tonight. Oh. Let me put this in my journal to ask about tomorrow. How did they get that though? So, wait, what's this? I think I know now. I think I know, so basically it's negative infinity minus zero over one plus zero. That's how they got negative infinity. Okay. I just have to slow down a bit, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest for tomorrow. This is my last one. So, okay. Basically, I'm gonna say it's infinity. I'm gonna say it's infinity. Let's see. The answer is zero. Okay. Basically, what you want to do is at this moment in time, I want to say, let's see what you want to do is, you want to, to infinity. It's becoming, let's see, Infinity is going to... I have to remember. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see. It says 0. It's switching infinity of 0. Oh, minus 5. Okay, then here. Let's put this in there. So it is approaching 0. So minus let's just say 0. Say 0. Put it in calculator. All right. Not gonna stress me out any. Not tonight, Queen. Not tonight. I just can't do it. Anywho, me when my man asks for my phone, busy as fuck. Yes, we're done, y'all. I literally is confused. Somebody said infinity again, huh? I love you too. Shot o'clock. Sadly, I cannot drink for the next 36 months. My therapist actually said, I have to put down the drink. I have to. So she said for the next 32 months, I have to put that drink down. Let that drink go. I got to let that drink go. I have to. I have to. I said months, Queen. 36 more months. Actually, I think she said 36 years, if I'm not mistaken. She told me. I think her and my OB, I actually met up. You know, they got a plan with your therapist when you can meet up with your OB and your therapist at the same time. And what your therapist kind of do is she puts in your age calculator type thing, and she puts in like the amount of years you would have to go without drinking for your liver to fully recover, for your body to get fully back to the normal human body as it would before you started drinking. So what happened was we had all linked up, and my OB, I kind of figured it out and kind of did the steps. And my therapist was like, you know what, do you want to follow through with this plan? So we came through the plan, and she told me in 36 years, all your organs will be fully back as long as you quit drinking as much, don't drink, no smoking, and eating healthier and staying active. So honestly, that's just what I have been doing. They just said 36 years, and I should be back to normal for my body to fully recover. So yeah, but that's what they told me. So, you know, I want to follow my doctor's advice. It's up to you to want to change your life. I just seen a video, and it was like, you know, your excuses don't excuse, because you can change it. So that's why when I seen that program with the doctor and the therapist, I was like, okay, let me get into it, because at the end of the day, I can say, you know, this is what I went through. This is the effects. This is what I'm doing. Now we have to change it. So my therapist, my OB, we linked up, and they told me 36 years, I should be okay. So that's why I'm just following what my you know, professional help in my life has told me. And that's what we're trying to do. So 36 years. And, you know, it's honestly, when I first heard it, I was kind of surprised. Like, y'all, I was almost in a state of shock almost. What I had said was, I was like, 36 years, are you sure about that? And because of the new technology that they have, what they did was they took blood work. They used a little bit of AI-generated things. And kind of tweaked and twerked a little bit of just to find out how long it would even take. So when they came up with it, I was just as shocked, and I was like, are you serious? But the fact that, you know, they're professional, and listen, I don't have my PhD in obstetrician and gynecology and psychology. I don't have my PhD. I don't have a degree in none of that. They do. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna believe y'all, because and they are black women, you know. So I know most times when you go to those type of people, especially as a young black woman, you know, they kind of don't take what you go through as seriously unless they are of your tone. You get what I'm saying? So because they are of my skin color and they understand, we kind of, like we said, we tweaked a little bit of the details, but at the end of the day, what we did was we came up with a set plan, and what they had said was 36 years. So that's what we had got into. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, but what y'all got going on tonight? That's what y'all got going on. Thanks for the gifts, babe. Yep, that's what I say, honestly. And what I do know is, what I do remember also is, you know, just simply listen. In certain times, in certain days, honestly, what you want to do is, listen. You have to sit back and you have to know. And as you sit back and you know, because what my therapist had told me was, as you sit back and you know, you begin to obviously know. You know, so you sit back and you know these things, and as you really sit back and sit in it and get to know yourself, because some people, we don't really know ourselves. So what she told me was, sit back in it. Sit in it. You know, don't avoid it, don't run, but when you sit in it and you know. And I started knowing, and I was like, okay, I know now, because as you get older, you think you know. You know, you start thinking, you know, when you start attempting to know newer things, but you can only expand so much in a certain type of way. So as you sit in it, you begin to know more. And that's just what she was telling me. So thanks for the gifts, babe. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Nope, absolutely not. What she said was, listen, you know what, as you get older, it's just gonna all come back to you, because, you know, aging is I want to say aging is a blessing. You get what I'm saying? You know, we get online and we see these young folks, they say, you old, be 28 years old. You get what I'm saying? You pushing this, you pushing that, and be 32. You know, so it's like aging is a blessing. And thank the heavens that we made it to the age that we made it to, amen. And what she told me to do was sit, like embrace your aging, because as you get older, you're not gonna get no younger. So when you get younger and you reminiscing on those years where you were a young girl and you were reminiscing in your prime, so called it, you know what, you can have a prime at any time. Amen. So what she said was, you can be in your prime in your 20s, you can be in your prime in your 30s, you can be in your prime in your 40s, but she said when you do get to 50, though, this is what she had told me, when you get in your 50s, I mean, it's all about your inner feelings and how you are. And if you are feeling like you're at your prime at 50 years old, then that's your prerogative. But according to science, is what my therapist and my OB had told me. Because like I said, they had tweaked some things when you get to 50. Not saying you are old or nothing like that, but on a scale of a regular life expectancy, you know, you're kind of over that ledge. Because most people don't live to be 100, so you're already over that halfway mark of life. Amen. And you know what happens to an apple when it's in the sun? It ages. You know what happens to an apple as it's on earth for a long time? It's not getting the nutrients and the water and the photosynthesis that it needs to stay strong. The apple becomes rotten. The apple becomes soft to the touch. It becomes brittle. It becomes frail. And the human body is just like that apple. So the more we are on earth, we don't take care of our body like that apple. Our bones become frail. We get no proteins. We get no amino acids in our body. So water your body as you are on earth, as you are an apple, is what she told me. So as you're getting older, you're going to age. And things are going to happen and changes are going to go into your body, especially women. But what you want to do in that moment is you want to embrace your age and you want to still be active. You get what I'm saying? You want to be as active as you were in your younger years, and it may be a little bit harder, but if you work towards it, I know 50-year-olds in a gym and can, do a lot of push-ups and do a lot of shit like that. But one thing about it, and two things for certain, if you sit back and know, see, it all ties back into you sitting back and you knowing. When you can sit back and you know, it all can come together as you did that. It followed you into your earlier life. So, yeah. That's what I just was letting y'all know. But yeah, so basically, exactly that one. And basically anything else? Yep, exactly that. Exactly. Yep. What y'all want to yap about now? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. You just sit back and you know. You just sit back and you know. So yeah, basically that's what it is. But how's your mental area? So basically, like I said, what my therapist had let me know was she said basically with the brain scans that they were doing and the talks that we were having, it's kind of complicated and it becomes a lot when you are in a different point of life, And basically what she was letting me know was that, you're going to feel that. And as you feel that energy is going to come onto you. But what you don't want to do is, honestly, you don't want to make it just too much. What you want to do, you want to feel that energy. You don't want to force that energy. Because as you continue to try and force that energy, it's not going to come authentically. It's not going to come naturally. You get what I'm saying? And that really hit home for me because sometimes I try to force my healing. I try to force myself and I say, this point in time, I feel healed. I feel like I'm growing, and it may be growth in that sense of time, but you cannot force healing. Amen. So what she told me was in this point in time and in this very moment, what she said was after she had did the scan, she pretty much let me know that it would have to be a time where you would have to accept it and you would have to keep going, because when you force something, it no longer is organic. Amen. It's kind of like dog breeding, which is what she explained it to. Those dogs that can barely breathe and, kind of, a little bit deformed a little bit. It's because they forced that. They forced those two dogs that were from two different breeds to even be in the same talk, But when you don't force it and you just let the dogs naturally attract each other, they're going to be attracted to what comes natural in their environment, amen. And once you are around that environment and they find the right breed and they find that right type of thing to connect with, amen, then it should be no forcing. It would be no deformities or no jumps, if you get what I'm saying, in your healing. So basically, that's what she was letting me know. And you know what? I learned a lot of stuff along the way, and I let her know. Like she said, sometimes you got to sit back and know. Sometimes you got to sit back and know. So, yeah. Thanks for the gifts, babe. Exactly. And that's what she had told me as well. I never really used to get that. But it's just a lot of things, And as you sit back and you realize sometimes you have to look within. And honestly, listen, and when I say look within, I'm not talking about look within on what other people are projecting onto you, amen? Y'all don't hear me. When I say look within, I don't mean you look within and try and figure out what's wrong with you, as in what somebody else has told you is wrong with you. What I said was look within. Oh, did I hear my kid call me? Hold on, one moment. Now what I was saying was, you have to look within. And you have to find yourself and guide yourself to that point where you are realizing what it is, but also what it's not. And when you realize what it's not, it could never be. And that's what she had told me. When you realize what it's not, it could never be. So sit back and understand what you need to do. Thanks for the gifts, babe. Anything else y'all need advice on? Because my therapist and my OB, they had literally told me a lot of things. And what I want y'all to do is in this moment in time is to take off the guise. What I want you to do is take off the guise of what you think you may know. Backtrack, sit in it, and know. Sit in it and know, you know? Don't be distracted by what you may think you know. Because sometimes you think you know, you don't know a thing, you know? So let me know. Just sit and know. What you need to do is sit and know. Because when you sit back, I'm telling you. Thank you. Wake that one up. Exactly. More life advice. Well, let me tell you, because listen, in this moment, I had come to terms with, in this moment, let me tell you a lot of things about me. One thing about me, I'll be honest, in that moment, in certain moments in time, I sit back and I look back on different things and I try to dwell on past moments, past things. And although it is okay to acknowledge past moments, and although it is okay to reminisce and recapture those moments, if it is not serving you any real purpose for you to live in that moment, stop living in that moment. You understand me? You keep living in these moments that are not serving you towards your future. How will you get to your future? You keep dwelling on these moments and it's stuck in your brain, and it's getting you to a point where you can't even function to the best of your ability because you're dwelling on these moments that are fickle to the bigger picture. You get what I'm saying? And when you sit back and you know, amen, when you sit back and you know, that's when you begin to know who you are. So quit dwelling on those moments that mean little. Like even in the big picture, those moments you dwelling on, they not even in the frame. You get what I'm saying? They're not even the nail hanging up the big picture. They're not even the wall behind the picture. Those little moments you dwelling on are little imaginary specks that you are just overthinking. You get what I'm saying? You know how when you look at a picture for too long of yourself, and when you first took that picture in that moment, beautiful. In that moment you felt at your best, and then you stare at it too long and you critique yourself too long to the point where that picture is no longer beautiful to you. That picture is no longer beautiful to you. It's because you done stared so long and you done made up so much shit about yourself. Amen? You done made up so much shit about yourself. Now you think it's really true. Oh, my eye was looking a little, my wig was a little, oh no. No, because when you first took that picture, you felt beautiful. Stay in that moment of feeling beautiful and don't overthink every motherfucking thing. Because when you get to overthinking, amen, y'all don't hear me? Because when you get to overthinking to a point where you making up shit in your head that ain't even happening, you get what I'm saying? You start messing up the bigger picture. You get what I'm saying? So now you on FaceApp trying to smooth your makeup and smooth your lace. And you done been on FaceApp so long, you don't even realize you don't even look like yourself no more. You don't even look like yourself because you so motherfucking, you zoned in on trying to be perfect. Now you so zoned in on trying to be perfect and trying to look like this and look like that and make sure everything is in place. You done fucked up the bigger picture. Be in that moment of feeling beautiful while you got it. Don't overthink. Don't mess up what you got going on. Be in that moment of being beautiful as you are. Because once you get to looking too close and nitpicking, listen, excuse my French, but you got yourself fucked up at that point. Amen. So that's all I wanted to tell you tonight. Also, what I want you to say is, also when you sit back, what I say, when you sit back and you know, amen. When you sit back and you know. But anywho, what y'all want to get about now? I'm about to go ahead and clock out. I've been preaching since about 7 p.m. honey, so what y'all want to go about now? Answer my request to join. One thing about it and two things for certain. What I also realized is boundaries has to be a strong thing. Amen. And I know a lot of people like to add people up on a live and have a conversation and talk and hear what other people have to say. And in this moment in time, hearing somebody else talk, it ain't gonna serve me no purpose. Amen. So you gotta look at the bigger picture, what I just say. You gotta look at what's serving you right now. Now, don't be selfish now. Don't be narcissistic where you putting other people down just to uphold what you got going on. But what I will say is, if it don't serve you no purpose, don't do it. Don't hurt nobody else in the process, but if it don't serve you no purpose, I don't see no purpose in adding you up to this live, queen. I really don't. I don't feel like talking to nobody. I don't feel like hearing nobody's voice. I don't know you. And I don't really want to see nobody on the screen but me. I don't think adding you up serves me a purpose right now. You get what I'm saying? So always do what serves you a purpose. Walk with a purpose. Talk with a purpose. Move with everything you do should have a purpose. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people are confused on what EKane's purpose is. And one thing I will say is, I've always said it is, on this here social media, EKane's purpose is money. I come from a time where I had to get on my knees and make money. And I know y'all done heard this before. But when you come from a place where you had to get on your knees and make money, and then you set up your phone and make money, who wouldn't want to do that? You feel me? So when they say, you doing anything for this, you absolutely. Absolutely I am. So you got to know what your purpose is. If your purpose on social media is you want to influence, then influence. If your purpose on social media is you want to get wigs, post them wigs. If your purpose on social media is money, find the best way to make it and make it. If your purpose in life is to make people feel good, make people feel good. If your purpose in life is to keep pushing forward and give other people do that. Whatever you feel like your purpose is. But it's going to take you some time to understand your purpose. Sometimes you don't know your purpose. Sometimes you're going to be 33 looking back at your life like, what the fuck was I doing? You get what I'm saying? You're going to be 33 looking back at your life and you still going to be in that one-bedroom apartment. You're going to be like, I didn't chase my dreams. I could have went back to college. I didn't do nothing I said I was going to do in my 20s. And here I am sitting here at 33 years old. Didn't do nothing I said I was going to do. You letting your life pass you by. Don't let your life pass you by. Get up. Do it now. Because every day you doing that right shit, you building the life that you want. You get me? You building the life that you want every day that you keep going. You know? So remember that now. Every day you wake up and change a habit, you building a life that you want in the future. Because what they say, nothing changes if nothing changes. Amen. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You want to lose weight, you ain't changed your diet, you ain't went to the gym, you ain't changed your schedule. Ain't nothing gonna change because you ain't changed nothing. You manifesting it? Okay, queen. Listen, nothing changes if nothing changes, baby. Just remember that one. But in this very moment, let me go ahead and hit up some of my, what I want to do is I wanted to get my therapist here on the call with you guys just to let you guys, because at the end of the day, like they said, the messenger sometimes. And I may not be the best messenger for a lot of things. just as no human is. But I wanted to get you here on the call just to simply show you guys what exactly it was. Let me check. First of all, one moment. I would have to get into my email, and I think is it Yahoo or is it I think she got Hotmail these days. What I wanted to do, I wanted to get you guys on a call here. One moment. And I wanted to put you on the line. And basically, what I wanted to do with you guys was basically give you guys some time to ask the questions. And because I know I know y'all have a lot of questions. What I wanted to do was get you on a call here. Sorry, guys, I'm just clicking around. Haven't done this in so long. I really haven't really added to the call in a minute, you guys. I'm sorry. Well, you know what? Since I cannot add to the call, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double back to this. We're going to go ahead and circle back to this tomorrow because I really wanted to get that done with you guys. But we're going to go ahead and circle back and get on that call. So, yes. I love you too, Queen. I love you too. We're going to go ahead and circle back. How do you deal with ex relationships? So I haven't really had many ex relationships. What I will tell you was, as a girl that was promiscuous in her younger days, I didn't have many boyfriends. I had many bodies. Amen. And when you are in that mindset as a young girl where bodies kind of equal boyfriends, but not in that sense. I had my first actual boyfriend. I want to say his name is Marcus. Mind you, I mean, maybe I have a track record, but his name was Marcus. I was about 17 years old. He was 36, and he is currently in prison right now for unaliving his wife. So that was my first real relationship, I would say. And I didn't really look at it as a relationship because he was older than me. I kind of was, honestly, using him for money. And yeah, so how I dealt with that when we broke up, it wasn't really too much. Honestly, how we broke up in that moment, let me tell you guys, was I had made a Snapchat. Mind you, this is my young 17-year-old self. And I had made a Snapchat, and I had said, wow, I'm really messing with a old ass nigga. I did say that. And in that moment, was it right? Could I have worded my word? I could not have posted it at all. You feel me? Because I did like him, and I fucked with his vibe. But me making that Snapchat made him feel a type of way. So what he did was, because, older people don't really play the social media games. So what he did was he texted my phone, and he said, oh, you messing with an old ass nigga, huh? I said, wait, what do you mean? And you know what I did was I did try to gaslight him in that moment. I said, what do you mean? I know exactly what he meant in that moment, but because I was in fear of hurting his feelings and being, being cut off, I kind of felt the need to try and act surprised, act dumbfounded, So I said, what do you mean? And he was like, okay, bet, and hung up. And after he hung up, I thought it was a prank. And because we was planning on going to breakfast that morning. So I got ready. In about an hour, I had texted him and no response. I had called him, no response. And I never talked to him again. Like, I never spoke to him again. And you know what's crazy? Life has a crazy way of bringing people back around, because I seen him about 2 years later. And I was pregnant with my son. And I was working at McDonald's. And I was so embarrassed, you guys, because I had to pass him his bag and make sure his fries were in the bag. And I could tell on his face, it was just like, look at you like you fuck with this broke ass. Like, it was so embarrassing. And that really humbled me to a point, because he had money. Like, I remember he would send me on his plays. He had a white Challenger. And one time he had sent me all the way to the north side to go catch one of his plays. And I was like, wow, you really trust me? Because mind you, I didn't have a license at the time. And maybe it was a setup or something. But yeah, he had sent me up there, and I really thought I was just his down bitch. It felt like a Wattpad book, yo. If you read Wattpad in your younger days, you get where I'm coming from. So it felt like a Wattpad book, and I felt really fulfilled. I felt fulfilled. And basically to that, I will say how I dealt with that was I just got up under another one. You get what I'm saying? I used to move on faster than you could count to one. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all it was. It kept my brain busy, my body busy, and it kept me in a different type of lane. You get what I'm saying? So as you get older and you realize these past relationships, you put in your time, you put in your work, blood, sweat, tears, maybe. You get what I'm saying? And after a couple years, it don't work out, and it's like, oh, those years were all a waste. No, it wasn't, Queen. You get what I'm saying? Because when you look at the bigger picture, you went through those relationships to prepare you for the one that's really going to be the one for you. You get what I'm saying? You went through this, you went through that to prepare you for that man that's going to sweep you off your feet. You get what I'm saying? But once again, nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you're not working on yourself within, the next boyfriend going to end up just like the last relationship. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. You get what I'm saying? You can't go into the next relationship with the same mindset and thinking you're going to find that man that's going to... Because nothing changes if nothing changes. So as you work on yourself, you start to attract. Amen? Y'all ain't hearing me. As you work on yourself, you start to attract those type of men that you want to attract. Amen? And you start to feel it. Your energy is something that they can't let go of. You walk in, it's aura. You walk in, you feel good. It's that confidence. And it's men around you that you know are going to treat you right. You're in a different type of thing. You're in a different type of mood, might I say. You're in a different type of headspace. So once you change who you are and start attracting that man that you know you can get and attracting who you know you can be, it'll all work together because once again, nothing changes if nothing changes, okay? So, that's what I really just would like to know. And honestly, in this moment, as I sit back and I know, it's a lot of things still that you got to sit back and you just take it all in. You look around, you observe, but you take it all in. And you know what it is. So, yep, you guys, in this moment, it seems like the call may be working, you guys. Let's go ahead and try this again. Because I really want to get that down. I know I said it was going to circle back tomorrow. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and circle back just as we can while I got you here right now. Because while I got you, I don't know how long I got you here for. But I want to make sure I have you here in this moment as we all come together and learn these things together, you know, and just become one. Because we better together than apart. You get what I'm saying? And it's just going to have to be that. All right, so the Windows isn't working right now. We're going to go ahead and double back to that and all that. So, yes. The call is coming from inside the house. You know, and I love that saying. I love that saying because, you know, one thing about it and two things are certain, I think people fail to think critically. You know, I think a lot of people that say certain things about certain situations is because they know it for themselves. Amen. So usually when I get on the screen, like I say on my YouTube, if you watch my YouTube Live with EKane, like go comment and subscribe. What I say is when I usually get on the camera and I talk to you, I'm really talking to myself. Amen. I'm not on here to preach. I'm really talking to myself in this moment, but I know it's young women out there that also need to hear what I need to hear as well. So even if I'm not acting on it right now, at least we can hear it. You get what I'm saying? It may be coming from inside the house, but at least the house is calling. Amen. It may be coming from inside the house, but at least I got that phone and I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to pick it up. You know, I might hang up a little bit and I might have to pick it back up, but it's going to come from inside the house because I've been in that. You get what I'm saying? I'm in that situation. I've been there. You don't want to take advice from nobody that ain't never been through what they're trying to give you advice on. You get what I'm saying? That's like going up to a crackhead and saying, how do I become a millionaire? The crackhead don't know. They ain't never been a millionaire. You ain't listening to me. You don't take advice from nobody that ain't never been through the shit you want advice about. Okay? Why you asking a crackhead how to become a millionaire? They not no millionaire. Why you ask somebody that ain't never been in that situation with you how to get out of that situation? They ain't never been there. Why you asking somebody else how they do this when they ain't never been there? Y'all ain't hearing me. The call gonna most likely come out inside the house because I've been there. Amen. But you know what? I'm not here to preach and too much, not into that. But what I want y'all to understand is y'all have to think critically and deeply. Some days when you think you may know what's going on, you look inside and you don't. You look inside and you don't. You get what I'm saying? So, it's all right, though. It's all right. It's all right. Wake that one up. Wake that one up. Wake that one up. You know what? And honestly, listen. What I really wanted to, honestly, listen. And about how many of y'all in the comments T has ever been clocked? Any of y'all T ever been clocked? Any of y'all ever any of y'all ever had somebody say something to you that you didn't know, you know? Mine, let me tell you why your T getting clocked. Cause you not living authentically. Hello? This not to get on your ass or nothing like that. Nobody should ever be able to clock your T if you live in your truth no matter who watching. Y'all ain't hearing me. I don't think y'all know what clocking T is. See, a bitch could say, oh, you ugly. And y'all be in the comments like, she clocked you. That's why I'm mad that a lot of the gay black lingo has made it mainstream because y'all do not know what clocking T is. We have took all the gay black lingo and made it mainstream to where y'all think everything is clocking T because somebody insults someone is clocking T. Somebody, no, if you live in your truth, can't nobody clock you. You understand me? You ain't listening. How's somebody gonna clock you with the shit that you living in, that you done already embraced? You know what I'm saying? Living your truth and you can never be clocked. Quit trying to hide and be scared of what you go through. Everybody go through something. Why you scared? Why you gotta have this fake lifestyle and you gotta be so, and it's oh, everything is good. Oh, I'm this. Oh, no, it's okay not to be okay. Everybody got some shit going on. Now, I'm not saying you gotta get on the internet and put it on the front street. But what I want you to do is I want you to live for you and not for nobody else. Because once you start trying to live for somebody else, that's when you start fucking your own self up. Because when you wake up every day in that morning, when you look in that mirror, it's you. It's not nobody else. It's not nobody else in that mirror but you. You got to live for you in this moment. You get what I'm saying? So, living your truth at all times. Don't be ashamed. Don't be down. Embrace that shit and keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Because you gon' listen. And I went through that and what about it? Bitch, I'm still here, ain't I? Stop it. You're not listening to me. It happened already. And listen. It happened already. And come on now. Y'all better listen to yourself. You better listen to yourself. But anyhow, what y'all want to hear about now? Wake that one up. Wake that one up. Wake that one up. Wake that one up. I'll be scared to post sometimes. I don't scare other people when I go to school. Huh? Sister, I think you forgot a word. I think you forgot a word, sister. I love you too, sister. I love you too. Advice for someone's first time. Are you talking about losing your virginity? Let me tell you something like this, Queen. Seems like you're young. Let me tell you this. I'm not giving you advice on that. What I want you to do is I want you to get off your phone. I want you to ask your mom, okay? And if you don't feel comfortable asking your mom, find the next nearest family member and figure out why you want advice on your first time. Amen. Because it's deep, it's something deeper going on. What I want you to understand is just because you see a lot of over-sexualized things on the internet, that don't mean you gotta do it. If your friends is all losing their virginity and you feeling a little bit left out and you feel left out, so what? You don't have to do it. You ain't missing out on nothing, Queen. What, you want chlamydia? Your coochie lips gonna fall off. You know what's gonna happen? You gonna get little tiny crabs and bumps on the inside of your lips and your coochie gonna fall off. So never have sex. Don't even lose your virginity. You're literally gonna catch crabs. The first time you get it, you're gonna have crabs. And nobody tells you this, but when you lose your virginity, everybody has crabs for the first 2 years. And then the crabs go away. So if you wanna walk around with crabs because you lost your virginity, that's on you. But if you wanna stay pure and don't let nobody get near you, listen, you a young black queen or whatever race you are, queen. Why you wanna give your body up? What you gonna get out of that? You ain't gonna get no nut. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry if you a little too young. But let me just be very realistic. About 99% of women ain't getting no nut. And you young, so you damn sure. What you gonna get out of it? Crabs. So I want you to sit the fuck down. Don't worry about no first time. Don't worry about no sex. Niggas, you're young. Bitch, how about first time applying to college? Go ahead and DM me. If it's your first time applying to college, I will help you. First time applying for financial aid, I got you. Fast for my best friend. Not no first time fucking. Oh, we not going for that over here. You gonna have fucking crabs. Crabs or degree? Which one sounds better, crabs or degree? Crabs or degree? Okay, well, that's on you, queen. That's on you. But anyhow, thanks for the gifts, babe. Fax, no printer. And also in this moment in time, I do have a printer upstairs. What I wanted to say about that too was when you have access to certain things in life, it becomes a low-key kind of different luxury. You get what I'm saying? It be the little things as you get older. And because I got that printer, I had realized I started wanting to print random things I didn't need to print. See, when you got access to something, just because you got access to it don't mean you got to use it. Amen. Y'all not listening to me. Ain't nobody listening to me. Just because you got access to it don't mean you got to overuse it. Let it rest. It ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Listen, let's circle back to you. Just because you got access to niggas or you got access to birth control or you got access to this and that don't mean you got to use your coochie. Save it. Girl, it ain't going nowhere. Save it. Don't overuse something just because you got it. Don't run it into the ground and mess it up just because you got it. You get what I'm saying? Use it when you need to. And stay on that deeper level. You know? And that's what that printer has taught me in these moments in times. You ain't got to overuse everything you got. You see, you got an extra payday. You done got paid a little extra. And you want to go do this and go do that. No, you ain't got to splurge like that. I know it feel good sometimes, but you ain't got to. But you been chilling in the house drinking your wine. Now you want to get a crab boy. You in 2/5 of Don Julio. Now you mad as hell you got $32 on Monday. You didn't have to do all that. And I know in the moment it feel good. But bitch, sip your wine and stay in the house, sister. You don't have to overuse it just because you got access to it. Let it sit. Let it relax. Let it build up. Amen? So, yeah. Ooh. But anyway, let me check my stuff. stuff. Baby, I got so many damn bills, bitch. Listen, I wanted to circle back tomorrow, but I don't think I'll be able to, just simply because I'm gonna go ahead and just make this a day. I do have to add up a few things. My therapist had told me to. Remember, I told y'all earlier in the live I would have to add my years, basically what I would be doing. And kind of vibing up like that. Okay. And basically what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna say 2.5. So do you want to round that up? If you want to go ahead and put that to that. And listen, in this what it says, calculation exceeds the range of values. That's when you know you done put in too much work. Amen. I'm going to go ahead and talk to you all tomorrow. I love y'all. And make sure y'all stay in your grind. Because one thing about it, and two things for certain, live your best life while also being your best self, okay?